Okay, I literally just shot this video about 10 fucking times. I'm stumbling over my words, probably because I'm late and I'm rushing, and I'm totally sorry about that. Because it was my week to choose the topic and challenge, and of course I'm late. But here in Chicago, I'm on a grind, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about why I love my city after I take a sip of this Red Bull. Red Bull. It gives you wings. That was kind of awkward. Anyway, so this week's topic was talk about your city. Why do you love it? Why do you hate it? Why do you choose to stay there? This week's challenge was say pretty much like a quote that you live by. So I'm gonna just jump right in. Chicago, my kind of town. I fucking love Chicago. I like it because everything I need is here. My family, my friends, career-wise, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, if you want to make it in fashion, you have to go to New York." That is so not true, dude. I mean, I have access to pretty much any label I want. I've pretty much proven people wrong in that aspect, and I love New York dearly. I do, but like the one thing I do like about Chicago is it's not as fast as New York, but it's not as slow as Iowa. It's the right pace for me. And if you sit back, you can actually watch really magical things happen, like people interacting with each other. It's just a kind place. The only bad part about it is, I would say, it's kind of classist in a way, but that's only with the older generation, the older Chicagoans. If you have this much money, you live in this neighborhood, and if you have this much or this little, you're expected to live in this neighborhood. It kind of works out like that. But with the young people, it's starting to change because, you have like the rich kids, hanging out with the poor kids, and you keep your pedigree private. That's pretty much, and we all just mingle. You just don't care. You pretty much you blend in with everybody. You go to the art shows, do all this shishi foo foo stuff, and you just chill. It's real. I guess that's the way to describe it. It's really chill. It's it's Chicago. You have to be in Chicago. You have to experience Chicago. It's the Midwest. I went to a Pilates class this morning, and we had a blizzard, but nothing hold us Chicagoans down. They say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. I think it's backwards. If you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere. With this crazy ass weather we have, we had a blizzard this morning. But I got up at 6:30. Me, my girl Tina, and my friend Q, we did miss our Pilates class. That's part of the reason I'm late too. We didn't miss our Pilates class. We, in the middle of the blizzard, we went and we pushed it to our Pilates class where we were in class with 15 other people doing our little exercise. I got my new little Pilates. I gotta show. I'm getting good. I gotta keeping that body right. For when the summer comes. But and after Pilates, we went to breakfast. It's just stuff like that on your days off where I feel like if I was in any other city, you have to have, like my friends that live in New York, they have to have 10 jobs to survive. One of my friends, she pays $3,000 a month for a studio. Ain't no way in hell $3,000 a month. No ma'am. For a studio too? No ma'am. On $1,000 a month, maybe. But and like, come on now, where would your clothes go? Honestly, like a studio, and she loved the atmosphere. And here, you're cool. Like, you don't need to. That extra 2,000 you can use towards your clothes. Like, you could. So it's easy to manage money here in Chicago. And they actually pay. If you get a nice paying job, you're on top of the world. Even if you're like not making money, because like if you're like lower class, like I know people that pay like $50 for rent, and they some, like, I think you call it Section 8. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Well, it's like they get this deal and their place look better than mine. It's a city that it helps. How can I put it? It helps you if you really need it, That's the best way that I guess I could kind of explain it. Chicago is a place that most people need to actually experience. If you haven't been to Chicago, I definitely recommend you come. my neighbors. You hear them? So a saying that I live by, I would say, beauty and agony go side by side. You cannot have one without the other. Meaning sometimes it's better to look good than to feel good. Okay, that was kind of arrogant, wasn't it? Narcissistic. Okay. Guys. Wait a minute. I splashed Red Bull in my eye. God, I'm such a fucking dork at times. Literally, gosh, this shit hurt, man. All right, before I go, you guys have to check out my new website as if I need something else to take up my time here on the internet. But it's kind of fun. Some of my friends asked me to do this. It deals with fashion. The website is www.amannamedlondon.blogspot.com. I'm going to put it down here and in a box over here. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Give me some feedback. Oh God, I'm not even on beat. What's Janet feedback? Anywho, I'm gonna really try to stop backtracking because I'm starting to do this a lot. Like, and I'm gonna get everything in the first take. Okay. Peace. Chicago.